It's that Mob Talk Radio. You already know. Jeff Canarsie in the house. Let's go. Lights dim, mic on, just voice in the air, telling tales of the mob. Like we were there, late night sessions. Secrets we uncover from the legend in the shadows to the unsung bro. Every broadcast a lesson, a glimpse of the cold. From the underworld stories that have been told. Mob talk, get real, just bringing up the heat from the streets to right. We ain't never miss a beat. Listen close, just know this game ain't fake and sweet. Mob talk, Jeff Canarsie, we control the seat. Mob talk, get real, just bring up the heat from the streets to right. We ain't never miss a beat. Listen close, cause you know this game ain't fake and sweet. Mob talk, Jeff Canarsie, we control the seat. Tune in every week. Jeff talk about the life deep inside. From the dawns to the trails, like secret they confide. Stories of the streets, no respect to heavy price. This is Mob Talk Radio, made that you be advised. Echoes from the shadows, the truth they don't deny. Chef's here with the tales from the corners to the sky. Underworld whispers, angel stories day to life. Through the eyes of legends, you see the struggle and the strife. With his golden mic in hand, he paints the picture clear. The rise and fall of empires, the power and the fear. With the golden mic in hand, he paints the picture clear. The rise and fall of empires, the power and the fear. Mob talk, get real, just bringing up the heat from the streets to right. We ain't never miss a beat. Listen close, just know this game ain't fake and sweet. Mob talk, Jeff Canarsie, we control the seat. Mob talk, get real, just bring up the heat from the streets to right. We ain't never miss a beat. Listen close, cause you know this game ain't fake and sweet.
Tell you something. If you two ever bother me again the rest of my life, I ain't giving up that stuff. I can't. There's good friends of mine out of the fucking place. Well, he's divorced, what I'm going to do with something. That's why I said to you before, you don't understand what the money is. The most of me is that the boss is your boss.
And welcome to Mob Talk Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Canarsie. I know it has been a while. However, after the last couple of weeks, I started noticing a lot of things. And one of the things that I've been avoiding is lives. Not for any other reason than I needed to try to figure out which direction I wanted to go. And there's a reason why. There are 4 content creators specifically who are basically stealing my work every week. And it really kind of came to a head today. I work whether you like me or not, I work very hard at what I do. I invented the genre. I'm the goat of it. And those are just the facts, whether you like me or not. And so one of the things that I'm particularly tired of is people stealing my work and my ideas. Now, some of you may say, yeah, right. Well, it's a small genre. Everybody, kind of talks about the same stuff. But that's not true. For people that do listen to my podcast, know that I discuss things that nobody does. And this is sort of what I wanted to talk about. One of the things that I've really tried to do, not just here and on the podcast itself, is be inventive. Talk about things and do things in a certain kind of form and fashion that are different. From the cheese wars in York, PA with the mob to talking about the Philadelphia mob history in a way that nobody else has ever done it. I have been the only one on YouTube for a long time that used polls, and I use the polls on my podcast a certain kind of way. We talk about the answers and why it's relative and why it's not. And I've watched as everybody else has kind of stolen that and done the same thing. And it's just gotten to the point now where I do a podcast that talks about some aspect of organized crime that nobody else does. And then all of a sudden I see these four content creators, and I'm not going to tell you who they are, talking about the same exact thing. And I know they can't have that because I know they don't have the paperwork that I do. So they're sniping my material like they always have. And I'm done with it. So as of today, Mob Talk Radio is going to be members only. A lot of you may not join, and that's perfectly fine because my bread and butter has always been my podcast. And if you guys hear beeping, I think it's somebody's fixing a smoke detector, so I apologize for that. But as far as I'm concerned at this point, I'm not going to let anybody steal from me anymore. So we're going to go to members only. So all of the lives for Mob Talk Radio from here out are going to be members only. The only way you're going to have access to anything that is new is by joining. We've got two price plans, $5.99 and $7.99. If you join the $7.99 one, you're going to get everything: photos, polls, members only polls, live chats, emails, everything. Discount on our merchandise, as well as access to the live shows. For the other $5.99 one, you're not going to get access to the live shows. And so my library will stay intact. Certain things that I've done are going to be moved to members only. That does two things. Number one, I'm tired of people taking my show and playing it, which is copyrighted material. So we're not going to allow people to do that. So we are going to move everything to members only. And if people don't like that, that's just tough shit. I'm tired of people taking my work. And I'm going to show you just an example of this. This guy used to be a member of my podcast. And a couple of months ago, I started noticing people were coming to me saying, "Hey, do you know this guy?" And I was like, "Yeah, I used to know him. He was on my podcast, this, that, and the third." Well, he's taken all of your material from your podcast and all your material from YouTube and using it. And so I started getting a lot of screenshots and texts from this guy doing this on Facebook. And everything he's posting is coming either directly from my podcast or stolen from my YouTube. I'm done with it. I'm the only person that has ever done War of the Mob Bosses. And clowns like this go onto their Facebook and type in, "Oh, we're going to do something new called Battle of the Mob Bosses. You pick which one is better." Basically stealing my ideas. If you don't have an original fucking idea, get the fuck out of the genre. It's that simple. Yes, everybody covers the same types of characters, and I get it. But when you're directly stealing other people's ideas because you can't come up with a concept for yourself, you're nothing but a fucking thief and a lowlife and a scumbag. And I've watched as 4 content creators, including this fucking lowlife, do this shit for months. And I'm not going to tell you who they are because I'm not going to like name call and say, "Oh, this one's doing this one's doing that." But a lot of this has been going on for years. This is nothing new for me. Like I said, I've been around longer than everybody. So it doesn't shock me when I start seeing people regurgitate shit that I say. And what's hilarious is all you fucking jerk offs out there who go, "Oh, you just invent shit." Well, if I invent shit, then what does that say about them? Because they keep regurgitating it like it's a fucking fact. So once again, I don't give a fuck who you like, who you don't like, who you support, who you don't support. Listen, it's a genre. But the one thing that I'm not going to do is allow people to continue to do this shit to me. I'm just not. I work too goddamn hard. This is my livelihood, so I hope all of you understand that. But once again, look at the screen. This is exactly what they do. They don't have an original bone in their motherfucking body. Or they just lie and invent shit that doesn't exist. So, Mob Talk Radio, our lives are going to move to members only, and we have interviews coming. So for those of you that think that me moving to live is a way for me to abscond something else is nonsense. I'm just going to get paid for my work. That's it. Bottom line. The podcast is going great. We have new people joining every week, and that's not going to stop. But the YouTube sniping and the YouTube stealing is going to stop. And so it is what it is. So I hope everybody understands where I'm coming from when it comes to this. I'm no longer going to feed the mouths of everybody else who doesn't know how to do research. I'm just not going to do it. I refuse to. And like I said, whether you like me or fucking hate me, The reality is I do the best research out of anybody on here. So much so that everybody has to take it from me. So we are just going to move to members only. And like I said, if people want to join, I appreciate it. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I'm not losing $1 over this anymore. I'm just not. As you can see, we get the StreamYard logo up there and everything because we're going to revamp the channel a little bit, do some new intros, and the way we're going to do shows is going to be a little different. But everything from new content to everything that's live that we do will be members only, with the exception of the diner, which I will put that up really quick. All right. And that podcast is going to debut in 2 weeks on a Saturday night. I'm not sure of the time. Like I said, I have had an incredible run on YouTube. I enjoy doing the mob genre. I enjoy doing a lot of different things. But some of you have gotten away with this for too long. So we're going to go to members only. And if you don't want to pay, then that's absolutely fine. I get it. I understand it. But that's the way we're going to go. And I'm not trying to be abrasive about it. I'm just fed up because it never stops. So that's where we're going to go. That's where we're going to be. You're going to have 2 different subscriptions that you can sort of pay for. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. But our library, like I said, for the most part, is still going to remain intact. We're going to keep all of that pretty much public, with the exception of a few things I'm going to put private. Like the crime family stuff, where I go from like 1888 or early 1900s through the whole entire to the 1980s. That's just not going to be free anymore. So if that's cool with all of you, that's where we stand. We will go back to doing lives this week. Probably not, if not this week. You know what? I spoke too soon. Let me say next week. We're going to go back to doing lives. We're going to do 2 a week, and we're not doing it for free because I'm not going to allow anybody to steal my shit anymore. And I got news for all of you that keep posting my videos. You are going to get flagged. That's it. So just beware. You play my stuff that's copyrighted, you're going to get flagged. It's that simple. I'm done playing the game. So with all that being said, we will see everybody on a live next week. And just keep it dialed into our community page, which is the polls are now going to move to members only after this week. And there you have it. So also keep in mind, the diner will be coming out in 2 weeks, which is going to be a completely different sort of take on life, a different kind of show, which is absolutely free. We're not charging for that. And hopefully you guys will come and hang out with us at the diner. All that being said, I hope everybody's doing all right, and we'll see everybody soon.